recording this video after close trade Tuesday 21st of August 2012. Just a small note, yesterday my video hosting service was down and so the email kind of was out late. So it's possible you might get two emails kind of joined together if you subscribe by email, and that's the reason why. They're just kind of delayed so that there's only one delivery of the email each day, and if I don't get it out by the time that window kind of shuts, it's held over to the next day. Anyway, so finally a really interesting day. About 1.5 million contracts traded, about 16-17 points of range, and a really important line in the sand's been marked today with this high at 1425 up here. So now we know where the market will start to sell off. We could well kind of congest in a range until we get these weekly resistance levels to be plotted. They're still in the offing, they're still out there, they're kind of supporting some of the activity kind of going on, the bullishness kind of going on, but we certainly had the first kind of look at some profit taking on this move, and you can see that on the average trade size. So this isn't Better Pro Am, although it uses the same bar coloring as Better Pro Am. Professional bars are blue, and this is a 24-hour chart here, 1440 minutes, and you can see over the last 3 or 4 days all these blue professional bars kind of coming in, taking profits on highs, and you can see that 25 level up there is really key. The professionals will kind of take profits into rising markets, and then you'll see some activity by the amateurs kind of just messing around, thinking that the market's kind of keeping going. Then we've got same type things, the amateurs kind of driving the move, professionals step in, take profits and so on, and then at the beginning of moves we get professionals kind of really active, kind of driving moves forward and so on. So but that's an interesting little kind of pattern up there, so just kind of bear that in mind. We've still got these support to resistance on the weekly charts to run with, and that's what's kind of going to keep the market. But as soon as those kind of roll over, and that will be a kind of around a early September type time frame, which is when everybody will be back to their desks and things will get really interesting. So today on the euro, this was the 124 level was the absolutely kind of key level. We broke through it. Last kind of activity you had, so sell-off, exhaustion, selling, bullish divergence, flush patterns and so on, and we've been playing around on the weekly chart on the euro around a support area. Bullish divergence on the weekly charts kind of come in, and then this was Draghi's comments. This was the 3rd of August, so we had a big kind of blue professional bar, and it kind of marked the range basically because it was such a kind of an odd reversal kind of area where people are trying to decide what to do. And then you can see the last couple of amateur down bars here into these lows, and we didn't travel past the lows of this blue professional bar, and in fact 124 at the highs we kind of blasted through today. So I'd expect a little bit of travel kind of on the upside now. Dollar index has done the reverse on the daily chart, so we've kind of broken through support here. Again, this was this 3rd of August kind of Draghi day where we had huge ranges, and it kind of marked the area where there was the professionals were taking positions, and you can see again the last couple of amateur up bars kind of into this. It's almost like a little retracement, not necessarily a complex retracement, but just a little rising wedge there, and we kind of broken through there. So we kind of continuation of a little bit of downside movement here. Silver continues. So silver, yesterday I was talking about this chart and how it's quite a neat chart. Blue professional bars, amateur down bars, and then we kind of blast through 128, and then so today silver's kind of kept on going through 129, and the fact that yesterday gold had not broken and we got the break with gold today. Gold's pattern, I said, was not as neat in terms of what was going on. We did get the break today, but just be wary on the weekly chart. We've still got this resistance level to be printed. So at some point, I mean, the equities have been running really hard, and so these kind of commodity, the risk on markets have taken a long time to kind of join in, copper in particular, and so I'm not sure they're going to run all that hard. The equity market moves kind of the first is kind of the most important market to look for. So I'm not convinced this is like a super beginning of a stellar run, bull run in these markets. Not necessarily. I think it'll find some resistance point soon enough when we get those kind of weekly resistance levels kind of pointed. On the higher time frame tip bar charts, 40,500 tip bar chart, this is today's activity. Bang, exhaustion buying. So finally, we had the exhaustion buying that kind of saw this move kind of going, and then we had this exhaustion selling on the downside, holding it. Resistance becomes support, and that's kind of been driving this whole move from 1390. It's been really compressed. I mean, the total move has been really very sluggish and pretty small in terms of range, and the bullish divergence kind of come in here, bang, we kind of set off, and now we've had the mirror image. So this is the exhaustion that happened, that the people getting on board here have now got off the train here. Blue professional bars at high, taking profits. We bounced, we came back to resistance become support again, another blue professional bar kind of down at those lows there. So I think we'll test back up. We're looking for divergence patterns before this thing is over, and we might have to see pull back to end of trend on this kind of sequence as well. On the 13,500 tip bar chart with yesterday's activity, it was pulled back to end of trend, signaled a little bit early because we had exhaustion, we kept on going, and that was the bearish divergence that kind of came in with all of those blue professional bars there, and that was a really nice ride down. I was in early, so on the 1500 tip bar chart, pre the open at 6:57 Chicago time, I got in at 14:18 here because saw the breakout in the euro and all the other markets kind of following suit, and we had a blue professional bar kind of come in, resistance become support. It actually printed a little while later as a pullback level, and we had to sit through a little bit kind of a volatility here, and then I just like yesterday, I kind of got freaked out by this little down move and got out reverse short, and then had to reverse and go long again as we kind of went this way. So eventually got out at 22 and a quarter for 3 and a quarter after 3 trades here. It was messy, it wasn't good trading, but at least the direction, got the direction right. What I should have been waiting is just holding that 18 all the way through to 20, either to 22, which was my profit target, which was the pro signal exit kind of right around here, or just waiting for those bullish bearish divergence signals to come in and all that blue professional bars up here as a sign to kind of get out. Anyway, so interesting day. Now this 1425 level here is a really important kind of line in the sand, just so that's what happened afterwards. Huge decline in the market, and we've had pullback to end of trend. Exhaustion, selling, bullish divergence kind of come in here down at the lows. Because we've had that, we're just waiting for the second cyclical turn after that. So let's see where that kind of takes us. Was a pretty strong down move, whether we get some continuation first thing tomorrow morning, or have we done enough damage on the downside to start putting in a bottom pattern and kind of testing the highs again. So just have to wait and see. Hope you traded well today.